All right, guys. So I just decided I'm just gonna start hitting record and teaching you guys some stuff based on what I watch, what I study personally. Today, I'm personally going over James Toney versus Mike McCallum. Apparently, this is, I mean, it's all over the board. You have two legends. Now, this is James Toney, 23 years old, prime James Toney coming up. And then you have 35-year-old, Mike McCallum, a lot older, but I mean, it's Mike McCallum. He's a classic mongoose. He's you can't count him out. You can't count him out. So this is a great fight. This is at 160. It looks like the limit was 160. All right, they both walked to the center. Tony took a little bit to the side here, and all right, we got Mike McCallum coming forward. He's got his right hand up, and his left hand kind of like swinging. A little bit of that shell going, and we have some really fast jabs from James Toney. Now he's really poking the bear here. And if we're going into archetypes and talking about archetypes, what it looks like, they're both kind of feeling each other out. With Mike McCallum, Mongoose, right? He's not shying himself away. There's a little bit of a low blow there. He's not shying himself away from any of these shots. And you see how he is returning. Now, James Toney is young. He looks like he's trying to steamroll him. And he is given some room, but he is hiding. It might be some alligator type tendencies. Let's see. Because right now he's lunging a bit. He's overcommitted quite a few times. He lost his balance. So let's see if he decides to change it over into more of a lion type, which is usually a stronger type. Don't get me wrong now. Alligators are still dangerous. Very, very powerful. But a little bit easier for Mongoose to take out. I'm keeping that jab on him. We saw some different jabs there too. He's not always trying to hit him. He's trying to toss it out there. Ooh, and you saw see, this is the body snatcher. Look at this. He sticks the jab, and then he sees as soon as he comes in, you see how he traps him, holding behind his neck here? Not on purpose. I've done this too. It's not really on purpose. It's something that kind of happens. It's happenstance. But this is a technique that I actually use. And then you drive that right hand up the middle. Boom. Right? That's just stealing some body. Just stealing some air, That's really good. A feint there. Jab the body. Just picking away at an advantage. Beautiful disengagement, too. Okay, scoring. Just trying to score a little bit. James Toney doesn't seem to mind. It is fairly early, so it's not really, a critical time other than setting the tone, setting the pace. And they both are telling each other their game. You see, James Toney, even if he lands a little bit, he's still causing some impact here. It's pretty powerful. The snappiness of his punches, the heaviness, and the commitment that he has. They both have commitment. But Toney, him being the younger guy, see, he's a little bit more dangerous. He's a little bit quicker. Look at that combination. Wow. 30 seconds left in this first round. I kind of want to see what direction it goes. And what I'll do is I'll probably skip a couple rounds and we'll watch maybe like round 4. I want to see the development. See if I can call it. I haven't seen this fight, so I think James Toney won, I'm sure. He was undefeated for a good long time. So I think. So James Toney won this, and I'm sure. But I heard it was close. Whoever won, I heard it was close. Oh, this is apparently an exciting moment. Let's see why this whole section over here is exciting. Let's see. Okay. Is he going to play? Come on now. There we go. All right, round 2. Start of the round. Toney holds the center a little bit more solid this time. Mike McCallum still contesting and pushing the center as well. Both are forward fighters. And you see how James Toney giving him those different looks, right? He's looking left and right. That's the right side. That's the left side. And then came back to the center. You see that? Changing levels as well. That's another look, right? There's that right hand he loves. And if he gets you to freeze, that's what he does, right? Boom. He sets you up, and then you see that little shock, that little moment of shock, like, oh, I just got hit, right? He sees that, and he dashes in off of that. That's a really good opening, really good mental opening. Like when somebody's confused, when somebody's not sure what just happened, jump on them. Wow, he's barely catching him at the end of those punches too. Mike McCallum's not easy to hit. I wouldn't say that it's like super hard, but it's hard to catch him with good shots because he rocks with your punches so much. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll absorb your shot the right way. He's a veteran. He's trying to drop that body shot. I see that. Oh, okay. This is a fight. That's why this is so exciting. This round is very competitive. This round is very competitive, man. Look at this. Wow. Okay. Disengagement there. He pushes them all. Now he's got him in a better position. Let's see what he does with it. He fended him off with his jab. That's why they're laughing. They're smiling. Ooh, and then from the southpaw, look at this. Ooh, look at this flurry. Boom. He throws the right hand, overcommits. Boom. He's got his right foot stuck here. So instead of, getting back in his fighting stance, why don't we just fight here? Boom, boom, body head. And then look, he's back in his normal stance, and he didn't move. He just fought his way into the stance, right? Mike McCallum made him switch stances by walking over to that side. This is the style. This is the bloodline of the style that I think is going to take over boxing. I think Terrence Crawford took a little bit from this style as well. That's why he switches. He just committed to the switch. He hurt his hand when he was younger, and he decided, I guess I'm fighting southpaw now for a good while because he couldn't use that hand. And then he said, I like this. I'm just going to switch whenever I want. And that, hey, I'm down with it. I'm 100% with the shits. Mike McCallum seems to have given up a little bit on the inside fight game. You see him floating, going left and right a little bit. I think he got a little too rambunctious for him on the inside. Last 10 seconds here. Ooh. Ooh, yep. See? Wow. James Toney was too much. He was too rambunctious for him on the inside. He caught him. It was a fairly even mental game, but that physical came out. Wow. What a development. Okay. Well, I just, like I said, I like to look over about 2 rounds. I like to look at the opening and then just look at, a popular moment or maybe a turning point. I think that's pretty good for a turning point for that one. Let's go to my playlist and film studies. And let's take a look at one more. Today, we see some alligator, lion, and mongoose type behaviors. But I want to really drive in one of the concepts. So let's take a look here. We have Hards versus Barkley. Oh, man, these are some OG stuff. These are some OG videos, man. Sparring footage, Sheree Leonard. That might be a good one. Phil Jackson versus Terry Horses. Y'all know that's the eagle versus the hawk. I mean, the wolf. The eagle versus the lone wolf. Ooh, Bernard Hopkins. He's a great mongoose. Nah. Let's try to think. We see mongoose. We see lions a lot. Of course, we know what alligators look like. What about cobras? How about a good cobra? You know who a good cobra is? I know what a good cobra is, if I can remember his name. Well, I'm not brain firing on his name. El Chacal. Rigondeaux. There we go. Let's see what he's looking like nowadays. Because I think he's had more recent fights. Casimiro. That was 2021. Okay. Marroquin. Tion Kennedy. That was 2012. That's prime. That's prime Rigo, though. You might want to take a look at this. Yeah, let's take a look at this real quick. Let's check out this first round, and then we'll check, probably the knockdown. I think there was a knockdown. How did this fight end? Was it a knockout? I'm pretty sure. El Chacal, look at him. He's mauling him right now. Let's go back to the beginning. Hold on. We got to see how it... Yo, in the first round, all this? That's rare from a Cobra. All right, let's see. Comes out to the center. Okay, they both meet in the center. He says hi. Okay, got his hand on top. The other guy is jabbing, trying to play for the position. Okay. Rigo, sticking the jab out there, holding center position. He's got his left hand loaded. I would watch out for that. I would watch out for that. That thing is like a little pistol. Yep, see? He's warning him. So if he doesn't pay attention and don't lunge, that's all he has to do is not lunge, then he shouldn't have to worry too much about that on the outside. Yeah, that's what he has to worry about. And that is not that big of a deal. You just throw your right hand. You gotta watch out for that left hand, sir. Oh my God. That thing is dynamite loaded. Look at this. Let me full screen this. There we go. Okay. Oh, he finally got that left hand. He threw the hook to make him duck because he thought he was going to just throw it butt naked. He put something in front of it. Ooh, he's hurt. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, if you guys notice, this is a beautiful, oh my goodness, this is a beautiful round. So this is only a minute long. Let's break this one down. This is going to be a special one, all right? This is the first time I really get into this. So watch Rigo. Watch Rigo this whole time, and let's start thinking about cobras and snakes. What cobras do, their eyesight isn't that good. They taste the air with their tongue. Their forked tongue takes the air. So look, he's kind of feeling it out. And then he does throw, but also look at his eyes. Watch when he throws. All right. Should be coming. Can't see his eyes there. You can't see his eyes there, but you can tell by his posture, the way he threw that, he didn't overcommit at all. At all. At all. That was more so thrown to see what he'll do. Right? See what he'll do, and if it hits, okay, cool. And that's what I really, man, this is a great story. This is a great story of a fight. And you see how he's touching him with that jab. Just a couple of touches, right? Watch. He's going to push. The other guy's going to push, and Rigo's just going to touch, and one more touch, and then he goes to the body, right? Sticks the body. He's just trying to warn him. That's what that Cobra poison looks like, right? When they start telling you what they're going to do if you do something stupid. Now, he did step into this one, and I'll see what he does after, right? If those left hand, he doesn't disengage, but he does come back to just outside jab distance. Right there. Okay? Oh, shield right here. It's a natural position. Yep, see? It's a natural position as a southpaw. Pretty easy. Controlling that jab. Okay, so he caught him there. That's when he first caught him. He caught him about a minute in. He caught him with that first left hand right there. Now, from here, his behavior does change. See? He led him into that uppercut, so he sweeps him, leads him into that uppercut, and then rule of three. I think that third left hand is the one that hurt him. 1, 2, and then boom, 3. Wow. That's why I said it's such a beautiful story. He hit him with 3 left hands. That magical number, man. 3. Wow. 3 times in a row. In different ways, too. The first time, he catches him on the way out, right? Let's see. He catches him over here, right when he turns him. Right there. So he catches him on the outside with a 1-2, real quick, okay? Now, the next time he catches him, right, he leads his head, throws the hook to make him duck, and then he cuts him with the uppercut. And then off of this, he catches him in between his timing. Watch. See? He threw a jab, and then when he threw back, boom, he countered him. Now he's hurt. But also, look at the reaction. You saw him hurt. We both saw him stumble. But what does Rigo do? He stands and looks at him. He says, "All right, come again." In the quiet words of Mother Teresa, "Come again." So he here, boom, and then he lets him come to him to get smashed again, and now he's, it's time to go down, right? That cobra poison, I put it down. Too powerful. Wow, that was vicious. That was straight vicious. For him to get back in the game off of that for another, I don't know how many rounds he made it through. We can take a look. Let me see. Let's see if we can find the end right here. Yeah, it's right over here. Mm. Okay. Oh, the double left hand. Beautiful shots. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's over. Dude, look at the power shots though. So here, let's see how he actually ended up setting them up though. I do want to see that in this last minute. Feint. Okay, feint again. See, feinting the left hand. Ah, see, he's kind of like punching the air, leading him in. He's punching the air, leading him in. So he gave him a bunch of feints over and over to make him jump to him. And then once he did, he hit him. He got him frozen up, got him poisoned. Go ahead and take him out. Classic Cobra behaviors. I like it. Um, all right. Well, just a short review, right? We saw that first fight with James Toney and Mike McCallum. And Tony was looking kind of alligatorish, but really he was a young lion. He was just really, really ready to steamroll. He started sitting traps a little bit, but then he just started walking forward. And the reason I didn't say fully an alligator is because he didn't always overcommit. He would do it with the idea of changing attitudes to the left and right. Mike McCallum, we have the Mongoose behaviors, of course. He's stabbing the body. You saw him touching the body, stealing the body shots on the way in, leading him, trapping him with the hand behind the head and things like that. And then, of course, you have the Cobra, Rigondao, right? Feeling his way through this fight and quickly but patiently, poisoning his opponent and stabbing him and catching him and not overcommitting after that. Must be patient, but you have to make sure that left hand is, if you're a southpaw, make sure that left hand is cocked and ready because it'll do hella damage if you let it go. Anyway, that'll wrap it up for today's lesson. I'm going to start doing these a little bit more often because I just need to, and I'm excited to work with you guys. So, all right, see you next time. Happy training.